Hey guys, what's going on? Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you guys today. Before we get started with today's video, if you could, please make sure to like the video. It helps the channel out a lot and it makes a massive difference. Also, if you could, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to receive more Dallas Cowboys content from yours truly now and in the future. And finally, hit that notification bell to be notified when I go live or post new content. So, as of about 20 minutes ago, starting of this recording, HaHa Clinton-Dix is no longer a member of the Dallas Cowboys. He's been released by the team, and the Cowboys saved some money regarding that, about $2 to $2.5 million on the salary cap. So get some more wiggle room to do some maneuvering or, you know, some change to hold over when they have the signed back. We don't know. I see a lot of people talking about, is this the sign that Earl Thomas is finally coming to Dallas? And I understand that many people in the comment section might be saying, us, Space, we've talked about Earl Thomas long enough, can we please let this go? The only reason I want to talk about this is just to have an enlightened conversation on whether or not this is going to happen or not. And just looking at the roster and seeing, is this, you know, what's going to happen? So, first things first. I did a video talking about Darian Thompson outplaying, I said Earl Thomas. Darian Thompson was outplaying HaHa Clinton-Dix. This is not just me saying this. This has just been reported from camp, and from what we're getting at, it's just been a reoccurring thing. So that's number one. Number two, we have been hearing some reports that Reggie Robinson has been starting to get some snaps at safety, and apparently Xavier Woods, understanding that, you know, while he's banged up, he's been doing well too. So there's that. So I don't want us to get caught up in thinking that us releasing HaHa Clinton-Dix is an immediate sign that Earl Thomas is coming here, because that's not a guarantee, obviously. And we have to listen. The Cowboys front office, I understand that they might have a completely different mindset than what we're thinking right now, and it's all speculation, but based off of reporters like Jane Slater and others, the Cowboys are monitoring what Earl Thomas is doing, but they have not gone formally in saying, we want to pursue the guy. They haven't had any contact with him that we know of. And the fact is we honestly don't know if the Cowboys will go after him, even after this. So I first want to stress that, yes, you know, with my stance on Earl Thomas, I want to reiterate this just so people are aware fully, you know, for the most part. Number one, I'm not going to be mad if we add Earl Thomas to this team. I would not be upset. It's a matter of I'm doing with what the team wants to do. If they are comfortable with running Reggie Robinson, Darian Thomas, or Thompson, excuse me, and Donovan Wilson, whoever at safety, you know, over HaHa Clinton-Dix, I really don't care. That's their prerogative to do whatever the hell they want to do. But if they do bring him in, I'm not going to complain. You know what? You get a guy in here that's going to, you know, a solid veteran that's going to come in and maybe help these young guys develop. I don't know. Again, we also have to realize that this guy got released, you know, by the Ravens for something. You know, you don't just get released by something that minor. There has to be something else that led to that, which we don't know of. Obviously, we know the altercations he had before, so that could have been baggage that's been added up. I don't know. You know, if you don't recall, I've already talked about this, his old altercation with his brother and his wife, and then the whole thing with his teammate and how, like, they got into a fight and this, that, and a third. But my whole thing is that when we look at what's going on with Earl Thomas, yes, we have to monitor him, because we got to remember, the Cowboys, if they want to bring him in, he has to pass 3 COVID tests, and all of them have to come back negative before he steps foot even in the building. So even if we do sign him, the Cowboys have to bring him up to speed. Now, who knows how the Cowboys feel about this? They might be like, hey, you know what, let's bring him in, but we're not too pressed to get him on the field as soon as possible. We can run with who we have now, and then when he comes in, we'll be good to go. That's a possibility. There also is a possibility that the Cowboys, if they do sign him, they want to get him in as immediate as possible, and they know that he's good. That's another possibility. And then finally, the other possibilities, they're just not interested. You know, and obviously, we don't know what's going to happen. But I just want people to understand that while getting Earl Thomas would be more so a luxury rather than a need per se, we got to realize that we don't know what the team wants to run with, right? They could say to themselves, listen, Darian Thompson is what we need. And I'm just saying this. I'm not saying he's the greatest. Me personally, we could do a hell of a lot better than Darian Thompson, okay? We can do a hell of a lot better than that. I don't know. Maybe Reggie Robinson's the guy. I don't know. Maybe Donovan Wilson is the guy we've been looking at. Remember last year with Donovan Wilson? You know, with the whole preseason he had. And people were like, yo, this guy could be it. Who knows? Who knows? Like, I don't know. But I want to... The reason I'm doing this video is because I want people to understand that there could be a plan in place that could be seen that we're just overlooking. You know, we could be talking about like, oh, Earl Thomas is coming to the Cowboys, guys. Oh, man. And again, he would be the cherry on top to this whole thing. If the Cowboys get Earl Thomas, they are easily, and I could say this, I don't give a damn if you think I'm biased, easily the best team in the NFC, bar none. On paper. I don't care what anyone else says. If you look at it, the Dallas Cowboys with an addition like of Earl Thomas, and even if he plays 80% of his, you know, former self, you know, of his prime, even 70 to 80%, that is better than any other safety we've had in thus far. Okay? The Cowboys had a guy in Barry Church. He was all right, but nothing special. The Cowboys have been pushing off getting a quality safety for quite some time. And I'm not saying a quality safety in the sense of they're good starter material and they can get the job done, which I'm all I'm asking for. I'm looking at, like, they haven't had like an elite level safety for a while. And I'm not saying I would be opposed to adding a guy like that. Now, I don't know how Earl would look in the Cowboys scheme. I'm not a big X's and O's guy, but I'm just saying, you know, it's up to what the Cowboys want to do. They have the money to make it work. Would I like it to happen? Depends on what the plan is. You know, if we're trying to rush this guy in, you know, we need to have a plan in place. I'm not trying to, again, as much as I hate to reiterate this, I'm not saying that Earl Thomas, I would hate him coming here. By no means, no. I just want the Cowboys to have a plan in place. And also, they need to add a stipulation in the contract if he signs one. If he acts up, the Cowboys can him without any repercussions. You know, do something like an Aldon Smith deal. If he messes up, you don't have to pay him anything. I don't know. But just keep in mind, guys, that there is a possibility now. And I have to acknowledge that. So, I think I've gone on for long enough. I'm probably sure many people will be saying, oh, Space Cowboy doesn't know what he's talking about. No, I'm just kidding. But again, I want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Definitely want to hear this whole thought process of what's going on with Earl Thomas. Also, if you guys could, well, first of all, thanks for reaching the end of the video. So if you could, remember to like if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already so you don't miss out on more content and you get notified when the stuff comes out. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. We'll see what happens come the weekend. I think if it's going to happen, the weekend is going to be when it happens. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.